Hello and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities Tarot. My name's Rochelle and I'm doing a reading for Gemini in all placements. It is timeless in general, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I'm doing a little bit of a free form thing. I'm looking at the most important message the universe wants to give you at this time. And I'm going to start with a couple of angel cards. We've got clarity. And enthusiasm. Oh, yeah. Okay. Enthusiasm. Oh, yeah. Clarity. So, you are gaining clarity about something. There's light that's being shined on a situation. Your ability to see is better. Maybe she's got uh, binoculars. The angel. Uh, and there's the sun. Hello again. It's unprecedented. I don't normally have time to do two readings in one morning, but I was really feeling it. So, yay. Here we are. Yeah. So, anyway, yeah, you're gaining this clarity. You're able to see something is coming into focus and you're able to like really zoom in on it in a way you couldn't before. And this enthusiasm, yeah, this can be a part of related to this clarity that you're gaining. It's like it's getting you excited. You're like, yeah, you're feeling very enthusiastic about what you see, about what is coming into focus. She's got a little flag. Oh, I keep saying she. It's an angel. This angel has a scarf wrapped around its neck and a little beanie on, or toque if you are in Canada. uh, yeah, so it makes me think of like, being like at a sports event or parade or something like this. We're coming into the winter months here in the northern hemisphere. So yeah, this maybe you're feeling enthusiastic about something that's coming up, or if you're in the southern hemisphere, you've already been kind of gaining this clarity, feeling again with this enthusiasm, just like excited. There's an excited feeling here. So let me go to the wisdom of the oracle, see what this has to say. Exchanging gifts, 27. A message in a bottle, 15, in reverse. To be fair, in reverse, 38. Hang on, I wanna read this from the book real quick. This message in a bottle. Are you refusing to acknowledge the signs because you want things as you want them? Red flags are not pretty decorations for you to admire. They're warning you for a reason. If something doesn't sit right with you, trouble could be hiding in the bushes. Something's not fair. And you've been kind of ignoring this. Have done, are, you could be coming out of this now. Let me just look at to be fair real quick. Injustice and inequity are part of life, but they do not have to define your experience. This is a time when you may observe an injustice righted and fairly redressed. Perhaps you come to the rescue of someone else or are called to answer for a personal slight. You will be amazed by the sense of power that surges through you when you stand up for yourself and others. Okay. Okay. So it seems like there's something here that something that was happening. I'm getting under your nose. But you either couldn't see it or you were refusing to see that there was something that wasn't fair. Um and it involved exchanging your time, your resources, and you possibly felt like at the time it seemed like it was a good exchange. There was something amiss about it. And when we look in this picture, this woman who's coming up out of the box, she has this star. And this cat down here has a piece of confetti. I mean, this is upright. So it's like two people coming together and sharing what they have. But but because of these two being in reverse, it seems like you weren't quite getting what you were giving. You weren't getting the same value that you were giving. Or you're starting to recognize how I don't know. Maybe you're realizing that you could have given more to a situation than you did. Whatever is happening here, you're gaining this clarity about it, and you are wanting to fix the situation. Whether it's that you're seeing, again, yeah, whether you're taking responsibility for your own actions, or you're wanting to step up and advocate for someone that you see was getting the short end of the stick, or something like this. You're being this enthusiasm is like it's like you're being somebody's cheerleader in a way. You're like, yeah, I'm waving my flag for you, woohoo. Okay. I want to. Ooh, my tummy is growling. I don't have my water. That's all right. Okay, I'm curious. I'm curious what's not fair here. Like what happened? I'm gonna attempt to read some tarot with my new deck, the Dream Keepers Tarot. Knight of Wands, King of Cups. I guess I'm reading it in reverse. King of Cups in reverse. Okay, and Two of Swords. So yeah, yeah, it's like you have been or were dealing with somebody who they talked a good game. They got you really excited. They kind of enrolled you in this idea. It's like, yeah, I see what you have to give. I can give back, but there was inherently in this something that wasn't solid. So, this is more of like, being excited in the moment, but no follow through. And it has something to do, there's somebody here who they were being, I'm getting disingenuous, or not being like it, whatever whatever you were dealing with here was it was coming from a place of um, not being emotionally balanced. Just got topsy turvy because my eye was drawn here to message in a bottle, and it's like everything's upside down. The water's above, the sky is below, and there's something about how because of somebody's inability, like kind of, I'm getting like the emotional intelligence is lacking in with this person. They could be younger than you, or this is just somebody who's just they just kind of go with their whims. And so this led you to a a point of to a stalemate ultimately, because whatever was being presented here, there was no follow through, and it and there wasn't any kind of consideration of your feelings. Now remember, roles can be reversed if this is you recognizing something that you did. Um, that can apply too. But I'm gonna read it as if you're dealing with somebody here that they talked a good game and got you all excited about what they had to bring to the table. But they really whatever they were up to, it wasn't what they said, and they were acting as if you know they could have been acting as if this is so meaningful. They really want to help you in some way, um, and they did not actually mean that. And this kind of put you two at odds. It put you in this place where like you really wanted to believe what this person was telling you, and come and so this is kind of you coming to this understanding that oh, there were red flags here, and most likely you saw them from the get-go, but you didn't want to believe it because it made it, it sounded so good, getting too good to be true. But like they talked a good game, and you were like, you kind of got caught up in the excitement. And so yeah, yeah. And so you've been put into this place where you're like, a part of you knows that you need to separate, but another part of you is still invested somehow. And yeah, it's like coming off of one finger is this dead looking branch. Coming on in the other hand is a shiny, what looks like a shiny apple. But it's like do I end this, or do I go for the shiny offer which is what's up with this apple? Is it poisonous? Is it actually rotten on at the core? And so there's this feeling of indecision, and of like ultimately feeling like you need to, because you can't see. It's been difficult to understand what's clearly going on here, and your intuition has kind of been like sending you messages. Okay, so what's going to help you to make that decision, to gain the clarity? I'm gonna look at the guides of the hidden realms, and there's Mojo Tarot. Gemini King in the house. All eyes are open. Inspired vision, clarity, perception, revelation. So we've got clarity twice now. So you're really getting clarity on this situation. And what number is that? 25. Um, you're having a revelation about who this is you were dealing with. Maybe about why it's been so difficult to see the red flags or to want to admit there were red flags in the first place. Order in the forest, cleansing, releasing resentments, making amends. Number 11, which is so interesting because that was one of the things that came up in To Be Fair. You know, making amends for any kind of anything you perceive that you did wrong, but also, there's a cleansing process because once you have this revelation, the cleansing really speaks to like th- this is you, this is you actively walking away from what you know didn't have substance in the first place, but also releasing resentments. You're like, well, cut my losses. Holding on to the resentment is just going to keep you stuck, keep you holding on to the past. And you're like, I want to let go of the past. That's a part of this clarity too, is you're just like, well, all right, this sucks. This is stupid, but I still have my integrity. I'm going to make this right for myself, for someone else. However that looks. Number 11. Um, it, yeah, so 38 breaks down to 11 and 2. Yes, and they break down to a 2. um, so yeah, a part of what you are doing is, yeah, making amends or somehow advocating for yourself. You're making the situation right. Right as rain, I just got. A way out of the weeds, a clear way out, multitasking, getting organized, 37. Um, which is tied to this clarity, to this cleansing. As you release, as you cleanse, it's like everything becomes clear to you. Everything becomes clear and you're like, "Oh, now I can see the way forward. I see how to get out of where I felt stuck before." Getting organized, multitasking, doing your due diligence is going to help you. Is helping you. So, I don't know, the moonology. Where are you heading? Where's this all leading you ultimately? A fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries, which is an Aquarius season, which happens in the winter time, by the way. Um, fiery climax approaches, which I think is a part of it's coming from this clarity. It's time to take action. New moon in Aries. So we've got Aries twice here also. And Aries is the first sign in the zodiac, the wheel of the zodiac. So this is about you understanding how to take action in a new way that is more fair and balanced. The fiery climax, it's like everything comes to a head. maybe that's where the clarity comes from, or maybe that is because of the clarity. It's like you understand now how to right the situation, and that's a part of this. You come in with all this fire and you're like, all right, I'm taking action. Your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn, again in the winter. So winter, this the winter season is feels very pivotal for you. Uh and your hard work it paying off, with the getting organized, multitasking. It's like you're getting your ducks in a row through this cleansing process, through making amends. Maybe the situation has felt unfair to you, and it's helping you to understand where maybe you have acted that way with others. And so it's kind of like just wanting to start with a clean slate and feel like you're ready for a new beginning. Something is ending and you're like, all right, where am I heading? Where am I going? Somewhere where there are not red flags, that's for sure. um, there's more. There's more that wants to come out. You guys? No. Which? Voyager Tarot. Tell me more. I don't even know the right question to ask. Questions are kind of elude me. So some readers are so good about following the trail, and I'm just like, hmm? um, tell me more about this clarity that you're gaining. How about that? Equilibrium, 2 of Cups. Well, you're coming to the understanding of maybe there's somebody in your life who's coming in, who's there's a lot of balance between the two of you, or they bring some kind of equilibrium to your life. This can be romantic or friend, or yeah, anybody who somebody that you're close to. It also speaks to you really getting clear on the type of connections that you want to have. You've learned a very powerful lesson here with somebody who pretended that they had your back, that they cared about your feelings, and they didn't. They were just in it for themselves. And you're like, I want somebody who's willing to reciprocate. And then there's more than that even, but it's like, yeah, having that bond with somebody where you know that there's equal there's an equal amount of love. You two are on the same page. Time space, which is judgment in other decks. Scorpio energy, sometimes Libra. Time space. We've got these kind of Buddha faces in here. Time space. Okay, I feel like gaining this clarity, coming up on this fiery climax, taking action. There's something regarding time and the space. It's like you need time to create a new space for yourself, which it's connecting me to this getting organized, cleaning up your space. Yeah, because we have the cleansing and we have all this green here, the heart chakra. It's like cleaning out the spaces in your heart that were clogged up by what has happened, and made it difficult to see clearly. Having the time and the space to take care of, close out close out what hasn't been working, whatever the situation was. And yeah, it really speaks to looking at the past in a new way, um, seeing things from a new perspective. And Sage of Worlds, Master. Yeah, see, you have mastered some. You are becoming the master over your destiny. You are mastering something involving your perception. You are becoming a master because of what you have experienced in this situation in a very physical sense. The Sage of Worlds, that is, it's a physical earthy energy. And it is a slow moving energy too, with this, time and space. Like, it takes time to learn your lessons. um but everything happened, whatever's happened here, it, it's been difficult, but you're seeing now why you were choosing to overlook the red flags, or what it was that was keeping you from seeing them, because you there was something that you wanted that speaks to ulterior motives on your side. And so you are mastering your own self, your world, through cleaning up in a physical sense. It's helping you to clean up um, in the inner realms, because the two are connected. And sometimes it takes a literal cleaning up out in our outer world in order to kind of shift the energy within. So I feel like that's what's really happening here. And it's a very organic process. And with this Two of Cups, it's like there's something about developing a new connection that is based in love, that is based in actual, that it's not just smoke and mirrors. You're developing a new relationship here that is helping you to understand things in a new way. And again, whether that's romantic or it's some kind of new partnership with a friend or colleague, business partner, whatever, um, this is helping you to master. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Because and we have all these coins here. It's like you're taking charge and you are rebuilding. Oh, and I just saw the little frog here. Little frog on the shoulder with the cleansing and releasing. Frogs often show up. I've noticed that in another card too. There's one of my decks has a frog that is specifically about cleansing or cleaning up. Anyway, look at the little guy on the shoulder. His little hand right there. And frogs, I am a huge frog fan, but they are both aquatic and land. They start in the water, they come on land, but they stay near the water always, always. They love the water. They need it. So it's like staying in touch with the emotions, bringing emotions into balance, or being in touch with your emotions, not trying to push them away. Maybe that's what you were trying to do before, because everything was topsy turvy. But um, there's also, very much this like grounded, taking action, like prioritizing what you need to do. Your hard work is paying off. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Um, okay. I'm gonna go with the radical abundance deck. Um, what What can you do, well, to continue to focus, to continue this forward movement? What can you focus on that's really going to help with this enthusiasm and to continue to bring you more clarity? Willingness. Being willing to see those red flags to gain that clarity in the first place. Willing to let go. We've got two guys in the spaceship and one guy outside. And this is you being like, all right, I'm gonna let what doesn't serve me anymore, let them go off into space, go off on their own journey. I'm going to stay here on the ground where I know that I can build a life for myself. And being adaptable, adapting to your environment, through your physically getting organized and rebuilding, cleansing, replanting, even because we have order in the forest, way out of the weeds. It's like you're replanting and you're kind of cultivating this whole new um, existence for yourself. Charisma. Yeah, you bring a lot to the table. You have a lot to offer. And this is something that you can lean on. That's going to help you in this rebuilding. Your charisma is a part of what helps you with this mastery, because you naturally have this charisma. Gemini, Gemini energy tends to be, is very gregarious, the talkative and creative, innovative, fun loving. That's that that you really want to focus on that aspect of yourself, because that is where you draw power from. You have something to show off. This guy, he's turtle. He's he's juggling the hairs. It's that idea, slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race. Hard hard work is paying off when you take action. Yeah, it's part of this time and space thing. You're like, let me just show you how it's done. And then I'm going to do it in my own time, on my terms. Inspiration. There it is. Yeah. Yeah, see, something something is inspiring you that you feel very enthusiastic about, and you're gaining clarity about this more and more. And I said that. I said that it's something about planting, replanting. Because we see this kind of like barren world here, and you're like, okay, sending whoever off in a spaceship. Bye bye. Okay, how can what can I plant to regrow, or to grow a new forest, new realm for myself? And this guy, I mean, he's, sorcerer, magician, like, it's understanding how to manifest what it is you want. And it starts with very practical actions. It starts with cleaning up. You got to pull the weeds first. You got to till that soil. You got to add the nutrients. You really, really need some water. You need the emotional element in order to make something grow. And this inspiration is what helps you to it's gonna be growing because we have the crystals here on his staff. So there's this energy that's growing and becoming more powerful. As a part of this fiery climax where you gain some kind of insight, again with the clarity, and then you're like, oh, I know how to take action now. And as you do, then you start to see, you plant the acorn, you plant those seeds, you start to see the sprouts, and then they keep growing, you keep watering, and that all turns into this amazing bounty. And you are learning through the process of doing this. And so you're becoming a master. And it is paying off. It will, and it is. So I'm gonna finish with a Beyond Lemuria card. Ooh, Cassius Antares. Hello. Very glad you are here. All right, what do we got? Ooh, I haven't seen this one before. Um, okay, so we have a figure who is floating in space, kind of bent in half, kind of like the I don't know, I can't remember what the pose is called, but we used to call it a bridge when I was a kid. You can see. And there's her hair is turning into what looks like wings, and then coming up off of her kind of chest area, or I guess it's coming down this way, is the other wing. So it's like through your intuition and your willpower, you are discovering how you can fly. This how you can take action. Anything else? Oh, and there's a couple of rings here. It's like jumping through hoops. It's like you're having to learn how to jump through hoops, but you're making it look really easy. It's like it's a part of your transformation process. We often think of jumping through hoops as like, oh, it's like such a slog, but you're like, "Well, let me show you. Let me show you how I can do this." And it's through surrendering to, well, let's see what it says. Trusting that we can achieve more by loosening control can take great courage. Ah, ha, ha. Sometimes the most constructive way forward is to stop forcing things into being. See, that's you were trying to force something into being here, even though it clearly was not, you knew something was not on the up and up. Rather than allowing, inviting, and drawing a project into being, the energy here is of frustration, as if you are pushing something heavy up a mountain and gravity or flow doesn't seem to be on your side. Yeah. But yet you were trying to muscle something to make muscle it into being, make something happen, and it wasn't going easily, and you knew this, but you were ignoring it. Use this awareness as a guide when you start a detour from your path. When control is released, so too is resistance. Loosen your hold on the reins and know the universe will catch you. Trust, let the great mysteries reveal themselves. And I think that really ties into this clarity. Everything is falling into place, and it's you needing to take your hands off the reins and let the horse go. You're just along for the ride, or pull those oars in. You've been trying to swim, you've been trying to row upstream, and you're just pulling the oars in and letting the boat go downstream. Path of least resistance here. You're learning how to get into the flow. And a part of that is surrendering to whatever your circumstances currently are. But as you practice practice this, you're going to master it. And releasing control doesn't mean like stepping back and not doing anything. It's just when you hit a blockage or you hit some kind of obstacle or something, it's like kind of reassessing like, is this worth like I'm pushing on a door and it's not opening. Maybe I need to rethink this. Maybe I need to find a different door. There's a detour here that is happening. So if something isn't working in your favor, lean into that because there's a chance that you're going to discover something new. And I keep getting drawn to this Two of Cups. You have some kind of connection here that is happening because of your willingness to let go of that control and to just go with the flow. But it's still cleaning up your side of the road. Yeah, pulling those weeds, doing what you know you need to do. You can't control the speed of the plants and how they grow. All you can do is provide the right environment for them. So you control what you can, and then if you step back and go, okay, I'm going to let nature do the rest. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me. Oh, and there's Lioness too. I'm glad you made it at the end. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you on the next video. Mwah. And thanks so much for liking, subscribing, and sharing, and leave a comment if it resonates.